Welcome to A Slice with Dice, a place for honest conversations about the realities of education. I'm Corey Alderdice, Executive Director of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I've spent nearly 2 decades navigating the joys, challenges, and unexpected moments that come with leading schools. Each week, I'll share what works, what doesn't, and everything in between when it comes to igniting the full potential of our communities. I'm excited to share this journey with you. So let's get started. We're going to talk about something that might just change the way you see gifted students. Those young people who seem to experience the world a little more intensely at times than others. We often hear about their incredible talents and sharp minds, but there's another side to giftedness that doesn't always get the attention it deserves. I'm talking about overexcitabilities, those unique energies that can often make gifted children so vibrant, but can also make life a bit challenging at times. These overexcitabilities aren't just quirks or personality traits. They're powerful parts of who these young people are. So let's take a journey into understanding what overexcitabilities are, how they show up, and why embracing them is so important for helping our gifted children thrive. ASMSA is now in our 6th year of admitting students as sophomores through specialized pathways. When we entered the pilot phase just prior to the start of the pandemic, one of the biggest questions our faculty and staff had about this experiment was, would these students be mature enough for the residential experience a year earlier than we were accustomed to seeing them? While other schools like us had charted these waters for some time, it would be new for most of us at ASMSA. And after the first week of school, I received some concerns from faculty that the sophomores were almost bouncing off the walls. That start seemed to magnify the concerns of skeptics, but what we quickly found was that it wasn't an issue of maturity. Instead, it was that these students were genuinely excited about being in this environment and having the opportunity to engage with a group of intellectually curious peers, often for the first time. We simply needed to find a way to channel that energy in productive ways. In many respects, this is the world of overexcitabilities, where everything is amplified. For gifted children, this heightened experience isn't just about being more sensitive, it's about having a more intense connection to the world around them. Overexcitabilities can show up in different ways. Some children are constantly on the move, brimming with energy that never seems to run out. You might see them fidgeting in their seats, talking a mile a minute, or needing to be physically active at all times. It can be a challenge in settings that demand stillness, but this boundless energy is also a sign of their passion and drive. For other children, their senses are on high alert. They might be the ones who cover their ears at loud noises, feel overwhelmed in brightly lit rooms, or are particular about the texture of their clothing. But these same children might also find deep joy in the beauty of art, music, or nature, noticing details that others might miss. And then there are the intellectually curious ones, the students who are always asking questions, exploring new ideas, and diving deep into topics that fascinate them. Their curiosity knows no bounds, and while this can sometimes lead to challenging conversations or intense debates, it's also a window into their powerful, inquisitive minds. Some gifted children live in a world filled with imagination. They're the ones who might create elaborate stories, have imaginary friends, or spend hours lost in daydreams. Their creativity is boundless, and while it can sometimes make it hard for them to stay grounded in the present, it's also a source of endless possibility. And then there are those who feel emotions deeply, perhaps more deeply than anyone around them. These children are incredibly empathetic, sensitive to the feelings of others, and experience their own emotions in a big way. They might be the ones who cry easily or feel overwhelmed by strong emotions, but this emotional depth is also what makes them so compassionate and caring. You see, overexcitabilities are a big part of what makes gifted students who they are, but like any powerful trait, they can be challenging. A child with a vivid imagination might struggle to stay focused on schoolwork, drifting off into their own world. A deeply emotional student might find it hard to cope with everyday stresses, feeling every high and low with intensity. Here's the thing, these traits aren't problems to be fixed. They're part of what makes these children special. Gifted students don't necessarily experience the world differently from others. However, their talents do often shape how they articulate and develop responses to the world around them. When we understand and embrace overexcitabilities, we can help gifted children turn these unique energies into strengths. It's all about seeing their intense experiences as something to be nurtured, not diminished. So how can we best support our gifted students as they navigate these overexcitabilities? Well, first and foremost, it's important to listen to them. When a young person feels intensely about something, whether it's a thought, an emotion, or a sensory experience, it's crucial to acknowledge what they're going through. Validation helps them feel understood and less alone in their experience. Creating environments where they feel safe and supported is also key. This might mean setting up a quiet space where a child with heightened senses can retreat and recharge, or providing opportunities for a physically active student to move around and burn off energy. By tailoring their surroundings to their needs, we can help them feel more comfortable and less overwhelmed. It's also helpful to guide them toward positive outlets for their energies. A student with a lot of physical energy might thrive in sports or outdoor activities, while a young person with a rich imagination might find fulfillment in creative arts like drawing, writing, or theater. Helping them find what they love can turn their overexcitabilities into sources of joy. And teaching them coping skills is another important step. Whether it's deep breathing exercises, journaling, or simply talking through their feelings, giving them tools to manage their emotions and thoughts can make a big difference in how they handle challenges. And finally, educating others, teachers, family members, even their peers about overexcitabilities can foster a more supportive environment for these young people. When the people around them understand what they're going through, it creates a space where they can truly be themselves. Overexcitabilities are a complex and integral part of giftedness. They bring both challenges and opportunities for growth. And by understanding and embracing these traits, we can provide gifted children with the support they need to thrive. Remember, the goal isn't to diminish their intensity, but to help them navigate it in a way that enhances their well-being and allows them to reach their full potential. A Slice with Dice is a production of the Arkansas School for Mathematics, Sciences, and the Arts. I hope today's reflection sparked some thoughts for your own journey. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, share, and leave a review. Let's keep learning and leading together. Until next time, keep striving for growth and excellence. Thanks for tuning in.